Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Angel. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Thank you so much. So I want to dissect a topic that I believe that most people, especially young adults in our generation, are struggling with. Almost everyone is struggling with this, especially in this 21st century. That I think that we have a lot of distractions compared to our parents' time. We have phone distractions, we have apps distractions, we have a lot of people fantasizing about relationship distractions, just a lot of things. There's a lot of unhealthy foods outside, just so many things that I think that we need to, talk about it and way forward how to, put those things under you and not them being above you, basically. So we're talking about discipline, basically. I want to give you guys like a story, my background kind of story. So when I was in uni, yeah, I was this kind of girl that had boundaries. Like I would always set boundaries for everything that I was doing when it comes to friendship, when it comes to places that I was going to. Basically, me, I knew that I was in school to read my book and to pass my exam and to, submit good results back to my parents and to just to also make good friends. So anything aside that, when I was in school, I was not interested. So I was this kind of girl that you would not find in parties or you would not even find in places that she was not invited to. And so somehow it came off as rude, it came off as proud, it came off as if I didn't want to rapport with my classmate, but that wasn't even the basis of everything that I was doing. I had a reason why I was in school, and I had to make sure that I gave it my 100% to be in school and to be out of school when I was supposed to be out. And luckily for me, by the grace of God, everything went as God and I planned because of discipline, because of self control, and every other thing. Yeah. So basically, what is discipline? I won't give like a general definition of discipline. Basically, I'll give the definition that I think would explain what discipline is more. So for me, discipline is the act of giving your best at something, right? Giving your best at it, even when you see that it's not making sense, it's not going the way you want it to go. Giving your best at it consistently, small, like, okay, I want to achieve this kind of body from now to December. What are you doing to get to that place? That is what discipline is. What are the consistent efforts you're putting to get to that place? What are the consistent efforts you're doing to make sure that by December you should have that body goals already? That is what I'll define discipline as. Discipline is not something sweet. It's not easy to be a disciplined person because at my age, not going for parties, not going for a lot of things, you would consider it as, "Ah, this girl is missing out or she's living a boring life." But between me and my creator, I know the kind of life that I want to have. I know what I want for myself. So from a young age, I was already, developing the habit of being disciplined. I would say that discipline is not easy, especially in this our generation where we have a lot of distractions. Like I said earlier, we have social media apps, we have TV, we have Netflix, we have Prime, we have YouTube, we have TikTok, we have a lot of things. And those apps are not bad, believe me. I am on those apps because I believe that I'm trying to get a career centered around social media. And for me to even know what is trending, for me to even know what I'm doing, I have to be active on those apps, but I'm not active on those apps in a very careless way. At some point in my life, I was always flipping through social media because I want to be entertained, I want to have fun, I'm bored, I don't know what to use my time to do. But at this point in my life where I'm trying to prioritize discipline, I'm trying to prioritize my growth on the media, I am on the app for a different purpose. Like if you open my For You page on TikTok, you're seeing either inspirational videos like this, or you're seeing videos that can help me grow on TikTok, or you're seeing something related to something I'm working on now. So those are the things that have made my algorithm to start showing me, and that is what my algorithm is constantly showing me. If you come on YouTube now, it's the same thing. My algorithm keeps showing me what I want it to show me, not just fun, entertaining videos. It's not bad to watch fun and entertaining videos, but when we are talking about discipline, you need to prioritize what you want. Now, people making these apps, people making all these things, they close up every single thing to focus on making this thing now that is distracting us. The owner of iPhone is basically thinking about how he can make iPhone 17, iPhone 18, iPhone 19, and he's selling us his ideas. He's selling us this same thing that is even distracting us and kind of putting money on our food on our table as well, because most people use these gadgets to make money and most people use it for the wrong use. The owner of TikTok, he's trying to better TikTok all the time. Believe me, he's not always going to be on TikTok trying to say what is it, what is this. He will shut down, he will close his phone and think constructively with his team. How can we make this better? How can we make this better? How can we solve a problem? How can we get new features on this app? They are not using it in a way that consumers are using it. They just bring out something and sell it, and you buy it, and you're constantly on that news reading it. So we are the consumers, and then we are the manufacturers. They are making better use of their time. So if there is one thing that I know about discipline, is that you need to kill your distractions first. You need to kill your distraction. What is that thing that is stopping you from being disciplined? Indisciplined? Is it social media? Is it eating unhealthy food? You have to first of all kill the distraction, discover your distractions and kill it. Right? The other thing I want to talk about that would help us to even overcome this indiscipline is something we call consistency. Consistency can be very difficult. It can be very difficult, especially when you see that you're not seeing growth in your life. I would love to use myself as an example. Before I started posting on this YouTube platform, this YouTube channel, I already had a different YouTube channel that I felt like I was posting and I wasn't seeing growth. At some point, I stopped posting because I felt like what was the need of posting? But then the truth is that if you don't continue posting, how do you want to see growth in your life? When I was in school, I'm a pre-medical student. When I was in school and some medical courses were very difficult, sometimes I would just break down and I'll be like, what am I doing here? Literally. There was one course that I had issues in school, medical biochemistry. It was very difficult for almost all of us in anatomy department. It was very, very difficult for us. So most people failed the course. I failed the course, and it's not like I didn't know what I wrote in the exam. I wrote well, but tell me why I failed. I didn't know. I gave it my best. Tell me why I failed. I didn't know. So it's not because I failed and I give it my best that I won't keep trying to make that result better or keep trying to make the outcome of that result better. So that semester, after that semester passed, I had to work double. I had to work extra hard to see that I passed that exam. And I actually did. And meanwhile, some people failed. If I was still there complaining or rambling about that course, how difficult it is for me, or how I spend hours reading that course and I still don't understand it, I would still not pass that exam. So my discipline came in by me sitting down long hours, studying and making sure that this result has to come out good this time around. And by the grace of God, it came out very good. So you being inconsistent about something can make you an undisciplined person. You will never achieve your potential if you're not consistent. Because let's say I did not continue. Let's say I stop posting on YouTube, or I stop posting on TikTok, or I stop doing things that are very close to my goals. How will I ever get the opportunity to experience success or opportunity to see that my videos are growing and I'm growing community, I'm getting people? How will I how will I ever experience that if I stop? So consistency doesn't even mean that you have to do something every single day of your life. We are talking about the maximum of what you're doing. I would explain that. Let's say now we have 30 days, 31 days in a month. Consistency is not talking about you doing that same thing for the 31st, for the whole 31 days of that month. You're definitely going to get burnt out. But if there are 31 days in a month, you're doing something for like 20 times in that 31 days, you're actually consistent. You can talk about inconsistency when you're doing it 5 times in 31 days. So if you're supposed to go to the gym and then you're supposed to be going to the gym like for that whole 31 days of the month, and then you've gone to the gym for like just 5 days in January or in April or in March, you are inconsistent. At least cover a span of 21 days, cover a span of 22 days, then you're very consistent. You don't have to make it that whole 31 days of hard work and effort. You're going to get burnt out. So discipline without consistency is just very impossible for you to see that you're achieving what you want to achieve. So you have to be consistent and you have to be disciplined. They go hand in hand. They go a long way together. Imagine Mark Zuckerberg making social media, Facebook, when there was not even social media. He sat down, he kept trying, he failed at it so many times. So there was no motivation for him, but he kept doing it. Now, taking me to my next point, a disciplined person does not even have to be motivated all the time. Motivation has to be like a spark, like an extra advantage. Like, oh, if I listen to this motivational quote now, it will spark me up to go and start doing something in my life. That is where motivation comes in. But as a disciplined person, you don't work with emotions, or you don't need to wait for someone to motivate you to do something. You have to just start doing that thing. Like, okay, I have set out this week Friday to film a video. I have set out this week Friday to read this kind of books. Do you understand? So your own mindset is that even if I'm in the mood, even if I'm going through a breakup, or even if something bad has happened to me, because I want to be disciplined at this thing that I want to do, I would read it regardless of my emotions. When it comes to success, when it comes to discipline, we do not move by emotions. We do not move by, if you move by your emotions, imagine women, we have ovulation week, we have luteal phase, we have menstruation phase, we have a lot of phases that get us destabilized. So imagine using your emotions in 1 month. You're not going to get anything done at the end of the day. You're not going to get anything done if you're working with emotion. So you're telling yourself, even if I'm having these cramps, I'm going to take painkillers and be here right now and do what I said I am going to do. That is where discipline comes in. Because if we keep making excuses, I'm not good, I'm going through a breakup, and we're not going to get done with anything. We live in a very restless world, believe me. So things are going to keep coming up, coming up, coming. Like, so if you have problems with 31 days, so that 31 days, you're not going to do anything in your life because you're facing a problem. That is the high level of indiscipline. So we have to try and work by our plans and not by our emotions, not by how we are feeling. I don't know if that makes sense. You have to work by your plans, work by your goals. Do not wait for motivational speakers to come and tell you, do this. It's good. It should be the spark to your discipline. It should be the spark to what you want to do, not because someone came to tell you. So how many times are people going to keep motivating you to do better? How many times are people going to keep motivating you not to give up on your life? You have to do better. You have to genuinely say, okay, with or without motivation, I have to get going and do. This is not the life that I want for myself. This is not what I want more for myself. If you want to live a luxurious life, if you want to live a God, like a life where you can fund people's um life, self, help people. Like what I mean by fund people's life, like help people that needs help. If that is the kind of life you want to live, you have to get up and start waiting for people to motivate you. Set out that goal and do that goal regardless of how you're feeling. Pursue that goal, pursue that dream, regardless of how difficult it is. Be consistent. Small growth, small steps, small steps. You will not see that you have a bigger result. You cannot just you cannot just want to swindle life and just do something and expect it to blossom like that. Good things take time to happen. Another thing I want to talk about is that there are different forms of discipline. We have self-discipline, we have mental discipline, we have emotional discipline, and we have spiritual discipline. You have to see that one part of this discipline is working really well in your life. I try as much as I can every single day of my life to wake up and read my Bible and pray. It is very important to me. It is a discipline. This life is so spiritual, guys. This life is so spiritual. Whatever is backing you up in this physical realm is coming from the spiritual realm. So you have to keep pumping it up. You have to keep in that spiritual realm to bring you a good physical realm. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm trying to explain. So you have to make sure that one of these discipline is working well to fuel other disciplines that I just mentioned now. We have emotional discipline. Like I said before, do not let your emotions control you. Be ahead and be in charge of your emotions. Do not let your emotions control you. If you're feeling sad, get up and get something done, get something doing. Your mental discipline, you have to grow mentally to do certain things. You have to grow mentally to do a lot of things that you are called to do. Before I made this video, I have made so many research about discipline. I have made sure that this my mind is at the point where I have to come and talk to you people. And I'm also gradually practicing discipline in my personal life. And I'm also reading about it. And I'm also watching videos relating to discipline. I didn't just wake up and pour this conversation out. I have worked through it. My mental state is ready to talk about it. Now, reading books can also help you mentally. Reading books, you have books that you decided that okay, from January to December, I want to cover up this book. You have to make sure that you cover up this book regardless of how you feel to grow your mental health. So we have something else we call self-discipline. Self-discipline, that is like after spiritual discipline, I think self-discipline should be next. Literally, setting boundaries for yourself, saying that you're going to do something and you're actually doing it, saying that, oh, I'm not healthy, I'm not living a healthy life, and you're making sure that you want to start living a healthy life, not just saying it. How do you live healthy? What am I eating? Instead of buying junks, instead of buying chocolate, you can buy apple to snack on. Those are the kind of things you have to set priority for. When I started breaking out a lot, I noticed that the food that I ate were not good for me. I would always eat sugar, I would always take carbonated drinks, I would always take things, and then I genuinely started cutting out sugar in my diet. Genuinely. So no matter how you give me Coke, no matter how you give me malt, no matter how you give me Fanta, I won't take it because I do not want to keep breaking out. I won't take it because I am looking for something more. I want my skin to be good. I want to live healthy. That is self-discipline. You've set out that you're going to be going to the gym because you're looking so fat and uncomfortable with yourself, or you're not fit with yourself. So what is it that is stopping you from going to the gym every day or every 3 days in a week? Because you want to something about discipline, something I've noticed about discipline, to push forward as a disciplined person, you have to know why you started in the first place. That is something else about discipline that I can tell you for free that will motivate you, will be like a propelling force to continue doing what you're doing. You have to know exactly why you started. Why did I start making YouTube videos? I want to be financially stable. I want to aside the finance stuff, I want to make impact. I want to give value. I want people to know that they can do lives better. Literally, I want more to life. I want to be seen. Those things now will make you okay. Every day you wake up, you're waking up with the consciousness that there is something that made me to start this in the first place. Why do I want to start going for gym? I have an issue. We have in the hospital, we have cases of fatty liver, we have cases of different cases that come as a result of people not being fit or people being too fat. So why are you starting the gym? Why did you register for gym membership in the first place? It's because I want to be healthy. It's because I want to be fit. It's because I am sick. I want to live a healthy life. Those things should be like a propelling force to why you should continue at the gym, or why you should wake up every morning and say, okay, I'm going to get on my gym track, I'm going to wear my canvas, and I'm moving to the gym to like make my life better. So you need to have a propelling force. Remember why you started whatever it is you started. Remember why you started whatever it is you started. It is important to know this, and you're going to be moving forward. You cannot have all these big people in this world as your motivation or your inspiration, and you're not moving, or you're not even doing half of the things they do. These people work long hours a day. These people sit on their table. See, most of the CEOs you see, once their staff closes from work, they remain in the office. So to say that every single thing that they have put their mind to, every single thing, every problem in this company, they solve it before going home for the next day, and then calling their members back to give them good theory of what they should do to make sure that the company is moving forward. They don't go home with their staffs. If their staff close 9 to 5, best believe most CEOs are closing from the office 9 to 11 p.m. to make sure that the thing that they've set their mind to do for their company, they achieve it, or whatever problem that their company is facing, they resolve it and share the ideas to people on their team. So you have to be disciplined to live a certain life. Starve your distractions, whatever thing is distracting you. If it is a man that is distracting you, starve the distraction. Like let him go. Let him go. Remember not to use emotions anymore to work. Prioritize your goals above emotions. Remember why you started. And if you just do all these things, you might just your life might just change. Your life might just change. I really want to come here to make sure that we are all doing well. To see that this adulthood something is not a scam after all. We can navigate it if we are serious about it. We can make the best about adulthood if you're serious about it. You can be whoever you put your mind to be if you're serious about it. So if you found this video very inspirational, very educative, if you want to see more of this content, please do well to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to see you in my very next video, okay? Until then, be happy, be disciplined, and I'll see you guys.